looks like we are live. Okay, so many people waiting for the stream. I could not do it faster, sooner, because of some issues, but hopefully now it's ready to rock and roll. So if, at least if nothing today, you will get some good portion of funky and soul music, okay? So, I'm not sure if you can see it, no. Okay, so here is real 2019 Mac Pro Killer. 2019 Mac Pro on my table, 30,000 grand. This, I don't know, 5 times cheaper, and this one will kick to this one, okay? So, this is probably the setup most of you have currently. Oh, I will switch again back. So, Windows running on your computer. Any idiot can do that, okay? Okay, thank you. It's doping, we need it. So, today, I will convert it. No, first I will show you how it runs, okay? So, Windows, nothing magical. Any idiot can do that. But I will show you, I have here some magical discs. Let's have a look. Oh, come on, baby, please focus. Okay, so this one is not focusing, so this one. Macos Monterey on this one, and magical disc number 2, New Way, okay. So, during this process, where is the camera now? During this, over there, okay. During this process today, I will wipe out completely the New Way disc and rebuild it from scratch. Normally it would take me 20 minutes. Probably I will be explaining to you some things around it. So it's gonna take a little bit longer. But you will see I will wipe it down. Thank you. And completely start fresh. So, darling, Windows PC. Normally, Windows PC. With currently RTX, Radeon RX 6900 XT, and big surprise, i9 12900K. Okay, i9 12900K. Perfect. So, I will now shut it down completely. Let's shut down. As you can see here on my table, I have here some crazy cables running out of it. So you can believe me what I'm currently connecting for discs, so you can see it live on the screen. Because I don't want to get again any stupid complaints from people like, oh, it's a Photoshop, like I did get on some of my past videos. Darling, can you know how to Photoshop a video? Really? Then you are a genius. Okay, so Macos Monterey disk. This is native installation. That means the old way. Darling, I'm not strictly against the old way. Anybody can do anything with their computers. It's up to your liking. But the new way against the old way has so many benefits that simply I see no reason why anybody would use the old way when you can have the new way. That's what I try to explain to you in my 23 minutes long video, and or Hackintosh is that. But clearly 23 minutes of explanation was still not enough. So I will now remove the Windows 11 disk and plug in the Macos Monterey one. Oh, but I need to stand up. Come on, baby. So, Windows 11 is out. Macos Monterey native installation, that means the old way, is coming in. Okay, no complaints about sound and so on, so I assume everything is okay. So, let me switch to this camera. Okay, Mac. It will boot automatically. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Come on. Okay. So here we go. So if I will now show you this, where is the screen? By the way, it's constantly work in progress. So I will now switch to, no, not this one, this one. Okay. So this is the Mac Pro screen. No, not Mac Pro screen. Mac Pro Killer screen. The EFI is not finished. It's work in progress. As you can see here, it's recognized as a 12-core i7. That's complete bullshit. But if you will jump to the Geekbench, it's correctly recognized. So this is running natively. And by the way, should I show it to? Okay. Can you see this? This is probably something a lot of people will love to see. Thunderbolt Maple Ridge running on the old way. It does not matter if it's old way or new way. Simply running on this monster build, which is real 2019 Mac Pro Killer. Okay, so now I will shut it down again because it's clearly running. Nothing to see here. And I will again switch the disks. I can hear myself from somewhere. I have no idea from where. So now I will switch the old way macOS Monterey back to Windows 11 because most of you will be starting from Windows because not much of people will have macOS. So I will show you how to do it from within Windows 11. So let's go back to Windows 11. Connected. So let's start this beast. In the meantime, should I jump to comments so I can see what's going on? Okay. So, what's going on the screen? I will let the Windows boot and I will jump to comments quickly. Is it possible to do on AMD 5950 and RTX 3080 Ti? Darling, Mario Machado. This is what I'm messages like this I'm getting every day. Darling, it is possible to do it that way, the new way. But obviously the RTX 3080 Ti will not work inside of macOS. Darling, can you imagine? You would try to connect your RTX 3080 Ti to Windows 95. Will it work? I'm sure not. Because there are no drivers in Windows 95 or XP, does not matter. Simply, the new way, I will show you later the main benefits, which I personally feel are the most important ones. But simply, any operating system can run any hardware if you have support for that specific hardware in that specific operating system. So RTX 3080 is supported in Windows 10, Windows 11, Linux flavors. Okay, period. Okay, got it? And 5950X, no problem, obviously. This won't work. Another comment, Kabir Arbani, this won't work with an NVIDIA GPU. No, that's not true. There are still a lot of NVIDIA GPUs which will work perfectly fine inside of macOS. Unfortunately, those GPUs are freaking old. You know, those are Kepler-based NVIDIA GPUs. GT710, I made a video about it. GTX 760, 770, 780 Ti. Not bad. Or Quadro K4000, simply Kepler-based NVIDIA GPUs will still work without any problem. You know, not everybody simply needs super powerful GPU. They need um, simply, somebody's doing music. So they don't need, I don't know, 6900 GPU. So any weaker NVIDIA GPU will be fine. No NVIDIA support overclock. Yes, Nicola said that right. In order for the tutorial to work, we also need to drinking a pint of beer. Absolutely yes, darling. Mad vinegar or what? Absolutely yes. Simply get a glass of beer, smoke some good things, as I say all the time, and enjoy the stream. Okay? Can it be done in a laptop? Sure, darling. The New Way is enterprise solution. Obviously, it is built to run on enterprise hardware, but majority of ordinary consumer hardware will be able to still run it without major problems. So yes, you can run it even on your laptop. Oh my god, I love your accent so much. Darling, that's nice, but there is a lot of people which hates my accent. So win-win situation? No. She roasted us. No, I don't. Same brand. After Effects is a Photoshop for video or same tools and more. Now, don't use any Adobe applications if you want to have good performance. Don't. In other words, if you will buy a Lamborghini, will you run it at maximum 30 miles per hour? I'm sure not. You would like to run it on the maximum or even more than 30 miles per hour, right? So why are you doing exactly the same with your computer when you are running Adobe applications? It's like 10 up to 20 times slower if you run Adobe applications in contrast to better applications. Okay? I get it all the time. Daily, I'm having live meetings with people all around the globe. Sometimes I'm connecting to their computers and I see on their desktop the uncleaned mess. And I see very often files like, I don't know, Photoshop cracked by TNT or whatever. Darling, it's not my business. Do what you want with your computer. But please, if you steal software, at least you should steal good software and not bad software, okay? Turn the music off or down, please. Okay, so I have another message is that the music is... okay, turn the music down. At your command, master. Let me know if it's better already now. Disco. No, darling, this is not a disco. Great to see you are a big fan of thinking juice while you work. Will Ryzen iGPU work with the New Way? Yes, but not in macOS. Again, I was talking about it 3 minutes ago. You need compatible hardware for the operating system of your choice. So even if you would try to install in the New Way the mentioned Windows XP, the RTX 3080 Ti will not work because there are no drivers in Windows XP for RTX cards. Got it? Great. Music turns down when she speaks. Yes, sure, because I have the audio ducking set up. So now the music should be pretty... Turn off the crappy music. Darling, if you think this is crappy music, then please leave the stream. I love funk, so don't touch my funk, okay? I got only a cup of tea. Okay. Will my Hackintosh still work, or do I need a beer? Please, get a beer. It's better. 7th Asian processor, GTX 1050 Ti. Darling, 1050 Ti is Pascal-based card, so it should work up to High Sierra natively in macOS. Okay, this New Way is based on virtualization. Yes, it is, because virtualization is for you, probably the future. For me, it's normal for a few decades already. So I'm trying to open your eyes and mind. Will it work on Ryzen processor? Yes, I showed a lot of builds on Ryzen processor. Yeah, by the way, all my builds in past 2 years on my YouTube channel was silently built the New Way. I just didn't let you know this information. So you are thinking it's normal installation of macOS. No, it was all running on the New Way. Even my fastest Hackintosh on planet, the 32-core Threadripper, which is here behind me, it was running the New Way, and I broke few records on benchmarks, despite I don't care about benchmarks. So New Way is the way to go. Darling, you are writing too fast, so I will jump to the windows and I will continue. Okay? Blah 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 blah. Let's switch to let's kill off the chat. So let's plug into Windows. Okay. So there is a lot of virtualization solutions on the market. As I was, I tried to explain it to in my 23 minutes long video. Hackintosh is that? No. End of Hackintosh. I don't know. Simply two videos back. What we need to care about is bare metal hypervisors. Hypervisors which are running on the closest level on the hardware, not any emulated inside of software like Parallels or Fusion or whatever crap like this. Simply, such a solutions are type 2 hypervisors that are running inside of some operating system as an application. It cannot have direct access to physical hardware, so obviously it cannot have good performance. But when I speak about virtualization, I am always talking about type 1 hypervisors, bare metal hypervisors. Okay, a lot of people ask me, so which one do you use? I always answer, I use multiple hypervisors because each one is good for something else or for somebody else. So each hypervisor has its pros and cons. But question is, which one I am using for this kind of setup in the New Way? Where is my New Way disk? Answer is yes. Those who are thinking and claiming I'm using Proxmox were absolutely right. But the important information is why I personally use for this kind of installation Proxmox and why not any other like XCPNG or ESXi. I was ESXi user for, I don't know, ages. But I hate their policy, I don't like to install any stupid Windows vSphere to manage it. Simply, I abandoned ESXi a lot of years ago and I was trying to find, not just a replacement, but something what would be much better than any ESXi. So I was testing tons of hypervisors and I am using multiple of those. XCPNG also I'm using on some builds. But why Proxmox I recommend for most people, and also why I recommend Proxmox for most of my clients. Now, don't take it personally. That's because it's the most dump-proof, most idiot-proof hypervisor. Because if somebody else will do the hard coding in terminal, which you will see probably later, then all you need is to just open a web page on any device, any MacBook, iPhone or whatever. Then you can click start, stop, make backup, restore. So any idiot can open a web page. So that's how you navigate or operate the whole New Way system in Proxmox. So I don't want to say that most of people I'm helping to are idiots. Absolutely not. But why to have things complicated when it can be extremely easy? So Proxmox is really extremely powerful solution and extremely easy to use. In fact, the easiest one to use of all of those, especially for any newbies, maybe like some of you. Okay? So let's prepare the Proxmox installation. So let's go to the screen. So navigate to proxmox.com. Maybe it will show you some downloads, blah blah blah, about Proxmox VE, and here you have download. I was a long time using Proxmox 5 version, then later 6 version, and now the version 7 brought some problems, but I think I have most of it fixed already. So simply download the Proxmox installer. The ISO. It's gonna take 1 minute. Great. Cheers. Come on, 1 minute. It's a bit slow from their server today, but in 30 seconds it's gonna be at home. Then simply grab some USB stick, any USB stick. I think it does not need to be, it needs 4 gigs or more, so simply any USB stick, USB 2, USB 3, does not matter. What? 5 minutes left? Are you kidding? It was 30 seconds. Come on, baby. Move your... Yes. Okay, so while it's downloading, I will jump to some comments again. Because we need to be as fast as possible. I am the vet, but I'll review all the parts I miss. Yeah, I forgot to say, darling. List of all components I personally use in this monster you can find right now in this video description. You know, that's especially for the old way Hackintosh, you need to be super precise what exact hardware to choose, what exact motherboard, what BIOS version, what exact, everything. So if you still want to build it the old way, I will give to people the chance to download all files needed from my website and Patreon. Don't worry, but just now I will finish the stream, then I will chill out a little bit, so tomorrow and so on. So if you would still want to build it the old way, no problem. In this video description, you can see the parts list, so you can grab the motherboard, which is the most important part. By the way, I love this motherboard. It's probably best motherboard for Hackintosh ever. Since my, how was it called? 14-core iMac Pro Killer 3 years ago. That was the golden build of my channel for a long time. This is more than a replacement. It's simply a new generation, new power, new everything. So go to the video description one more time, check it, buy the motherboard. Obviously memory choose on the motherboard's QVL. In this build I am using currently AMD 6900 XT, but I also tested it with the 6800 XT. Both are working flawlessly. Monster GPUs. Will this work on GTX 1650? Yes. If you will install Windows or Linux, yes. If you will install macOS, not. I was talking about 10 minutes ago. Will AirDrop work? Sure, if you have compatible hardware. Compatible Wi-Fi Bluetooth card, like the most Hackintosh forums recommending the Penwave Monster. Okay, it will work. There is no problem with that. Sorry, there are some crazy characters in Russia or what. Sorry, I can't speak Russian. I got a Dell workstation with Xeon E5 processors and Quadro K2000. Hopefully this way works. Please let me know. I am letting you know. Yes. I built a lot of Xeon, dual Xeons build, and it's working fine. You have even newer Xeons than I was using, so no problem with that. What problem did you encounter on PM7? What the hell is PM7? Sorry, I don't know. Will this work on laptop? Again, yes, I said that. With operating system of your choice, it will work without any problem. Using ECC memory make any improvements? Probably not the speed improvements, but for sure stability improvements. I'm trying to explain this to my clients all the time, why they should use ECC memory in their file servers specifically. They don't care about any errors. They are even buying Seagate Barracuda drives. Oh my lord. everybody who wants to lose data, please buy a Seagate Barracuda. Then it's for sure you will lose your data. And even without ECC memory, it's granted. So yes, ECC memory is absolutely great. Could you run Puget Bench for Adobe Premiere on new Hackintosh on Ryzen platform? As I know, Puget Benchmark is for Windows only, it's not for Mac OS. And sorry, I will not touch Adobe applications anymore. Why? Why should I have immediately 10 times lower performance than in my DaVinci Resolve immediately on the same hardware? I mean, people are not spending thousands of dollars on the computer to now cut down their performance 10 times. But a lot of people, yes, if they are using Adobe Premiere. Let your computer do its job. Let's use it at full potential. You bought it, you invested the money. So take maximum out of it. Don't use Adobe crap, okay? Radeon 7, yes, no problem. Is the new way possible with RTX 580, darling? You mean probably RX 580, and yes, it is possible without any problem. Darling, again, so many questions. Okay, so let's move back because you are asking too fast. So it's downloaded. Oh, let me switch the camera back and. Now you need to burn the ISO to the flash disk. How you will do it? Super easy. There is a million ways how to do it, but in most cases the easiest way is to simply use Etcher. Balena Etcher, as you can see here, you will just download it for any platform. It's for Windows, Linux, Mac OS. Just download it. It's gonna be fast. It's small. So let's start it. Oh, not start it. Windows needs to install everything. Okay. So, look, it's extremely complicated, in quotes. Flash from file, so you will choose the file where you downloaded that. Proxmox VE, select the target. Now it would list the USB stick if that would be connected to your computer. Great, and then you will click flash. Easy. I will not do it because I have it here prepared, so let's not waste time with it. So, now let's shut down the computer. No, we don't need to shut down the computer. I can just plug it in while it's on. So I will plug it to some of the USB ports. Come on. Yeah, it's there. So, D drive. Oh god, no, I don't want to configure any storage settings windows. Darling, don't freak me out. So, now let's reboot. Simply reboot. I don't need this now, so I will put it on the side. And let's reboot and let's go to BIOS. And I will keep this. Okay, so important note here. Don't forget, and this is about the old way and also the new way. It's about any way. You need correct BIOS settings. That's obvious, but don't underestimate correct BIOS version. On single motherboard, a lot of BIOS versions, some of them will cause you problems. So it's always, if you want to waste so much time as me and to test all possible versions and see which version is good or bad, then do it. But you can take advantage of my expertise, which I already wasted the time, and I will present on my Patreon and on my website, obviously, which exact BIOS version for this specific motherboard is the best one currently. And I will also give you pre-saved settings. You know, maybe you can see it here. You will not see it because this camera is not focusing. I have here USB stick, which is simply called BIOS. So that's where I'm storing BIOS settings of all the computers here. So I will let you download all the settings already pre-applied. And by the way, I created settings which will work immediately with Windows 11, Macos Monterey, and also the New Way. So you don't need to change anything just because you want to boot natively to Windows or macOS or to the New Way. It's simply working for all the systems. Yes. Yes, I know. So, in general, in the New Way, as I told you, it's an enterprise solution which would obviously run on enterprise hardware. You, in most cases, don't have enterprise hardware. You have ordinary gaming PCs. So, is a huge difference between the enterprise and ordinary gaming hardware? Yes, it is. But what we do care about is VTD, VTX, or in the AMD side, simply the AMD virtualization. I forgot how they call it now. SMT? No, I don't know. SVT. But we do care about one specific thing: how good or bad your gaming motherboard is in terms of I/O MMU groups, input, output, memory mapping, blah blah blah. Simply, how good the motherboard is to separate individual pieces on the motherboard. So then we can use virtual scissors and cut out, let's say, I don't know, this USB controller I want to use in this macOS. But the second USB controller, let's cut it out and in the configuration to push it to my Windows 11. So then you can use, for example, these two displays to run your Windows 11 games, while at the same time running your macOS Monterey, for example, here for video editing or whatever. So obviously there are good motherboards, good consumer or gaming motherboards for this, and also bad ones. This one, it's not the best one, because, you know, who is the best? It's really great motherboard. So obviously I will use it all the time since now. And by the way, from this point of view, as I told you, 30 grand 2019 Mac Pro. And if you will look closely, there are no cables connected to it. It's completely retired. It's just collecting dust because of this one. So don't forget that if you want to build a computer like this monster 2019 Mac Pro Killer, you will find the major important components in this video description. Okay, let's move further. So the BIOS settings. I told you already I will give you all the BIOS file needed. So you will just go to the where is it? Simply ASUS user profile, and you will just load it from USB stick where you will save it. Because, you know, I don't want to waste time now with the BIOS settings. Enable I/O MMU, enable VTD, VTX, SVM on the AMD side, and if you have the option, some motherboards have the option to enable ACS, do it too, okay? So, Windows 11, oh, I forgot to connect the disk. Okay, so I will get out of the BIOS, exit without saving, yes, and I will shut down the computer and connect the New Way disk. Come on. Why is it shutting down? Oh my god. So, Windows 11 disk is gonna be retired from this moment. So here is my New Way installation. So I will plug it in. And then I will go to BIOS. And completely wipe out that disk. You will see it in a second. Because I will show you it's the only disconnected now. So again, for those haters, I forgot to. Oh god, I got to go to BIOS. No. So for those haters and morons who will try to claim, oh, it was pre-recorded, yes, everything running already on the disk. No. So now I will wipe it out in front of your eyes. So no moron or hater can complain. But they will still complain. But I don't care. Oh fuck, I forgot to go to BIOS again. Let's go to BIOS. Okay, we are in BIOS. So now we can wipe out that disk. Where is it? To ASUS erase. So look, here you can clearly see it's only one Seagate Iron Wolf connected. So now I will completely wipe it out without any mercy. It's dead. Not dead, but wiped out. And now let's boot from the prepared USB stick we created a few minutes ago. So I'm holding F8 key, which will give me the boot override. So yes, I want to boot now from my USB stick. Okay, so this is the intro screen of the installer. So let's hit enter on the install option. Come on, baby. I love the music. Okay, so we are on the main screen of the installer, but let me stop for a moment here. As I told you, this is an enterprise solution. It's like pieces of Lego. So imagine on my table now I have 1000 Lego pieces. So from these Lego pieces I can build a monkey, or from the same pieces I can build an elephant, for example. So with the analogy with this computer hardware, from the same pieces, components, I can build amazing workstation or also amazing piece of crap. It all depends how I will put those pieces together. In other words, how I will configure it. Today, I am showing you the absolutely bare minimum configuration on a single SATA SSD, which is not obviously what I would recommend for any production use. You can use, I don't know, 4 SSDs hooked up to RAID Z2 array for redundancy and speed improvements. You know, it can be configured really a million different ways. For this purpose of this video, I'm using just one, which is not the recommended way, okay? But it will work perfectly fine. So, let's move further. Okay. So, I will just click on agree on the bottom. Yeah, let me choose here back the screen. Yeah, again, as you can see here, it's only single disk connected. So I will click on the options. You don't need to modify anything. I'm just modifying this. Yeah. Thanks God for my VPN. So, choose your password, test your email. I don't know. me.com. Simply choose whatever, obviously choose your one, okay, not my one. Okay, again, this is important part. Choose it whatever you want. The host name is the name of the server. I have already pre-selected it on my firewall and so on. We don't care about this, but I don't care about this because it's correct. But you should choose correct values based on your network settings. And obviously, I cannot know your network settings. Okay? So, it's done. Let's install it. And it should take roughly 3 minutes. So, I have about 3 minutes of time to answer comments. Okay. Let's jump there. Can I do GPU pass-through with integrated graphics? Yes, on some motherboards, yes. Some will not have the implementation as good. But yes, I've done that already in the past. May the CPU be with you. Okay, thank you. Where's my... Okay. Thank you. Oh God, it's flying everywhere. So... let everything be with you, and the pores. what I found, GT710 last support in Big Sur. That's not true. GT710 is perfectly working in Big Sur. Be careful about DDR5 and DDR3. There is a big difference. What do you think about Asus Prime Deluxe X299? I have here one X299 build. Yeah, installation successful. I have here one X299 build. By the way, the one now which I'm using for the camera switching, all the recordings, everything. So, but it's the Asus Sage 10G. So it's not the one you told me. Simply, I'm not a millionaire and I don't have unlimited time to test all possible motherboards on the planet. So I test a lot of hardware, but obviously I'm sticking with the best one, and the Asus Sage is best one for this. For my personal use case, it's possible to run my laptop. Oh God, all the time the same question. Will this work on non-UEFI systems, legacy systems? Yes. The virtualization was working even decades ago before any UEFI came into place. Sorry to keep asking, if you build dual boot system, will all installed hard drives be readable on both Windows and Mac, or will you need extra hard drives formatted for each? You can use both, but obviously, Alan, enterprise solution. Look, remember my words now. If I would have some zoom to my face, I would just bring in it now. If you want to take full advantage of the new way, you should at first place stop thinking the old way. Stop visiting any Hackintosh forum. Simply let's use my videos as an inspiration and let me to open your mind, because the new way is unlimited. It's limited only by your personal imagination and what you truly believe is and is not possible. Pieces of Lego, as I told you. The way you put it together, the way it's gonna be. So you can configure it on a million different ways. So yes, you can configure it that way you said, but obviously Windows cannot run a Zfs File System, which is, thanks God, good news, because I would never let Windows touch my any important disks. You know, several years ago, I made a video about dual boot, where I strongly warned people against dual boot. Because Windows will simply one day wipe out your macOS installation. It's a fact. Despite I was getting so many idiotic comments all the time. Hey, I am running dual boot for a million ages. I never had a problem. Yes, until it will happen one day. The problem is it can happen in next 5 years or in next 5 minutes. You never know when Windows will kill it. First, the only way how to run Windows side by side on the same computer with any other operating system is to run Windows in the virtual environment in its own sandbox. So Windows can kill only itself and it cannot touch any other disks. But if you use it natively, native installation of Windows, then Windows always touch all other disks, despite they don't belong to the Windows at all. Hey, I see some Hackintosh disk or some Linux disk. Okay, let's kill it. I am Linux. I am Windows. I am the only one who is allowed to be here in this computer. That's the reality. That was the first point. Second point, it's well known. Windows, in a lot of cases, will have much better performance when running as a virtualized system in opposite to native installation. How is it possible? Thanks God to the amazing Windows scheduler, the governor. Simply, Linux is the most performant system of all systems. Period. That's a fact. Then, behind it a little bit is macOS. I'm talking about those comparable, situations. I don't talk about, those encoders or accelerators which are in the M1s or the Apple Afterburner card. So simply, what can be compared, the Linux is always the best performant. Then, let's say 5 to 10, 15% behind it is macOS. Then long nothing, and somewhere in the far away there is a Windows. Okay? So if you want to have good performance, run Windows. Oh, don't run Windows at all, but if you need to run the Windows, then simply run it virtualized. And I'm not even talking about the advantages, which I will show you later, about those easy backups and easy restores. Chinese mother, darling, sorry I don't have Chinese mother. Tell us about the vape. No, darling, this is a building stream. Chinese velocity, modern NVIDIA GeForce will work on macOS. Darling, watch this stream, I was talking about a lot of times. If BIOS presets work fine with the old way, should I keep the same for the new way? Darling, what I said about the BIOS presets about this specific motherboard will not apply to your specific motherboard. Because some motherboards simply cannot have one settings for all operating systems. This motherboard is so great that simply I found one settings which will work in all three solutions, old way, new way, and also the Windows, without any problem, without any need of changing it. So if you don't want to have any problems, get this motherboard. That's what I say from the beginning. Here you have it. Could you maybe turn down the music again? What the hell? How many times should I turn down the music? The music is more important than me. About the virtualization, can we run games on Windows even virtualized? Oh my god. Darling, I'm running virtualized games for a lot of years in the past. Not virtualized games, virtualized Windows, because I don't want to see any Windows, and I'm connected to it from any Mac around this office and this house, and I'm streaming it from my Windows machine to any of my Mac machines, and I'm playing games in 4K 60 FPS with no problem. Darling, it will run better than a native installation. Maybe I can show it to you later if we will finish all this new way stuff. I can boot to Windows and show you how it's running games. That's no problem. The United States of Russia. Oh god. What is the absolute minimum spec for the new way setup with the Mac? So probably you mean what is the minimum setup to run Mac OS on any hardware? Darling, I bet with my friend, I don't know, 1 year ago, that I will make working latest Mac OS on, I don't know, 8-year-old Intel Celeron CPU, which is 2-core piece of crap. And I made it within just 30 minutes. That's no problem. So darling, there are no limitations on the minimal system. You must simply have motherboard which supports motherboard and CPU which supports VTX, VTD, and have reasonable IO-MMU group separation. That's all. Sorry, the music is still louder than... Oh god, are you kidding? That's not possible. Is it better now? Please continue with the tutorial. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Turn off that music, darling. Now I turn it down. Where you have the problem? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's turning down. Ducking is working. No, music is more important than me. So let's go back to the installation. Okay, so now let's reboot. I always like to. I will just remove the USB stick, the USB installer, and it should boot directly to the new environment. The music is great. Thank you, Luis Eduardo Faria. Yes, I know the music is great. That's why I'm using it. Okay. So, now we are booting directly to the new OS. And all you will see is just a black screen and command prompt on the top left corner. Hopefully. Come on. Yes. So, this. Okay? Okay, and some errors which we will fix later. So, you can start configuring it here just by logging into the system. Or obviously, because I love my comfort. I will use my 14-inch MacBook Pro and configure it from this one. That means it's an enterprise solution. You can configure it from anywhere. So that's also how is it I'm possible to oh my god, so much crap here. How I am possible to configure systems remotely on the other side of the globe, because I simply connected via terminal. So let's clear all that crap. So this is my minimal setup, which I am using for configuring any computer. I will switch now to you. Yeah. Okay. So SSH, your username is called root, and I will just log in there. But because I tested this solution a million times already, here I need to wipe it out. Obviously. Let's give me a wipe. So I saw a lot of people bought the enterprise subscription on the Proxmox simply to get some support. Darling, if you feel so, do it. But simply, I don't think it would be a good idea. Yeah, and one important information. How should I tell it to? Yeah, now it's quite a weak, shady area, but let's do it. So yeah, I will just move to this. Yeah, I was talking about the subscription. Yes, you can use their expertise, but darling, everything you need is publicly available on internet. Really? No, over there. Okay. Everything you need, you can find right now on internet. You don't need my LIVESTREAM 4 to make it working. You know, it's a well-known how to run almost anything in this kind of environment. And I just put those pieces together a lot of years ago and used that to deploy my personal macOS installation. So I've done that the first one. Then I saw a lot of people were trying to replicate it. No problem. So follow anybody you want. But what I will be showing to you today, you can find already a lot of ages on the internet. Just simply, when you put some pieces together, for someone it makes no sense, but for me, yes. Okay, so as I was talking about the subscription, obviously I don't want any subscription because I will help myself. So that's why I will disable the basic repository and replace it with the community one. That means free one. Oh god, yeah. I was also getting a lot of comments. Oh god, it's like info commercial, on your services. You will never show anything to people. You simply want just to take money out of their pockets. What the hell? Darling, I am promoting open source solution and import free. Do you get it? Thanks. So, now I will simply assign the repo from where. Oh god, copy and paste is again slower than me. Fine. And let's update the system. Where is it? Oh god, I cannot type. So now on the screen, it's not doing anything. It's simply completely empty because I am logged in to this terminal over network from my MacBook Pro. So it's the same. So what I'm doing here now on my MacBook, I can do on any other computer on this network or directly from here. But because I want to make it faster, I do it from this one. So now I, from my MacBook, rebooted this one. Yeah, and also another important thing. A lot of people a while ago was trying to complain all the time. Why don't you make a tutorial how to make it work? Oh God, darling. First, before any installation, you should think about those Lego pieces, monkey, elephant. You can configure your computer the good way or the bad way. So from the same components, you can build amazing workstation or amazing piece of crap. How you will do it is completely up to you. It's based on the configuration. So before any installation of system like this, I would strongly recommend, that's what I'm doing with my clients, to discuss always first the client's needs, client's demands, client's expectations, what devices they want to use, what codecs they are using, simply all the details about their workflow, because I always say each computer should be tweaked for specific use case of the user. So, for example, if I should be tweaking this computer for some video editor which is shooting on the SD cards using H.264 and 5 files, that would be completely different build than for any other video editor which is using mainly RedRaw files or ProRes files. Same computer, but completely different way of configuring, simply to get the maximum performance out of it for that exact specific use case. So if those idiots were complaining, why don't you make a tutorial about it? Because I don't know your needs, your demands, your workflow, your expectations. So if I would show how to do it on my specific build, for my specific use case, for my specific workflow, that would obviously not perform well for your build, your workflow, your needs. Do you get it? To build a computer like this, it's simply a little bit more than just go to Amazon and buy the fastest GPU, fastest CPU, most expensive motherboard, fastest SSD, plug it in together, then, I don't know, open DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere, hit the render, and guess what? It's not working great. It's just chilling out on 30% CPU utilization? Sure, because you did not tweak your computer for your specific use case. Do you get it? Sorry, thanks. So we are booted back. So let's log in and continue with the configuration. So I will jump to this screen probably. Yeah. So now we will need to set the boot parameters. So now it depends. I strongly recommend, if you have system like this, to take advantage of the Zfs File System. I did just the completely basic installation, which, for this kind of purpose is okay, but I would not recommend it, for production use. Zfs File System, as I said in my video 3 years ago, is the most advanced file system ever, by my opinion. I use it almost everywhere where I can, because it's so-called self-healing file system. It's recommended, obviously, to use ECC memory with Zfs File System. We don't have any ECC memory, but I'm sure it's much better to run Zfs File System on computer without ECC memory than not to run Zfs File System at all. Okay? So this is now not running. We're using the Zfs File System. So simply we would need to simply edit the bootloader settings. And we would need to enable the virtualization and so on. So, I will get to it later. Not later. I will do it now, but darling, it's important. If you have Intel, then simply enable Intel IOMU. If you have AMD, then enable AMD virtualization. Or AMD IOMU. Some motherboards can support PT, some not. All the kernel parameters now we are setting on the boot are highly dependent on the system you have. So what I'm setting now here for this specific build may not be good enough for your specific build. So simply, again, as I told you a while ago, it's simply not about to buy any hardware you want, plug it in together and follow some stupid tutorial by some stupid YouTuber and call it a day. That's not how it works. This involves a little bit more than that, okay? So for this build, I will not use this because I will need one more. Yeah. What about the... Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was a little bit distracted. I will need one more thing here. Darling, I'm getting old and I'm freaking blind. I don't want to say I'm blind, but I'm getting blind. Okay, now I fixed my personal errors. I hate smileys on this computer. So, what else? Now we need to enable... Sorry. Time to drink. Oh god, I forgot the screen. Is that the correct screen? Yes. So, now simply enable the oh god, I'm in different window. Enable the... Where is it? The modules on startup. Now we need to blacklist some drivers. So let's use this one, and let's set the ignore. I hope you're enjoying the music, darling. I will now also open... No, I will not need to open the terminal in second window, which is what I'm doing obviously all the time. But now we need to set the G... Come on! Oh, it's not pasting. We need to configure the GPU. And now let's regenerate the initial RAM file system. Come on, again, it's not pasting. That's killing me. Okay, let's do it. So, after I will reboot the computer, it should be fixed. Yes, so now let's reboot. All these messages which you saw here should disappear. And we should be good to go if I did not forget something. It can happen. Cheers. Oh, let's reboot, baby. That's a good sign. And now I hope it will come back to life. Okay, it's alive. So now I just need to check if everything is right. Okay. Why I don't see the... Oh, yeah, again, I'm just blind. So, darling, we are getting to the second point of the installation, and that's remember my word from the beginning when I told you it's the sorry, second screen, where I told you it's the most dump-proof hypervisor, type 1 hypervisor, okay? So look, this is how extremely difficult is to operate it, okay? So look, all you need to do... Oh, no, this one. Sorry, I forgot to change the Okay, this one. So all you need to do is to go to this web address in any web browser on your network. It can be your phone, it can be your iPad, MacBook, whatever, any computer. I am again using this one. Oh god, this MacBook. So simply go to the IP address you set on the beginning during the installation, /8006, and that will bring you to the administration of your server. So let's log into your server and you should be good to go. So now it's obviously empty. We don't have any systems. But now I will show you what I love about this solution. You know, and now it's completely wiped out system, empty, no operating system. But let me count it. What would you say if I would tell you that in 4 minutes from now, I will have on this screen running macOS Monterey? Impossible? Do you remember my video? Okay. Thank you. I just wondered if there is some huge major stream problem. So again, what would you say if I would make running macOS Monterey from this point in 4 minutes? You would say it's absolutely impossible. Because, up to this point, it took me really, I don't know, less than 15 minutes, maybe 10, if I would not try to explain to you the steps I'm doing. So it is possible. In my video, I don't know, Hackintosh is dead, I said a lot of times, what people say in Hackintosh forums is impossible. But I say it is possible. And today, I will show it to you. Thank you. All I have to do, this is really, by my opinion, the best feature of this new way. Best advantage over any stupid old way. Okay? And I will show it to you right now. Because I'm running so many systems already. I have all the machines prepared. Obviously, I have, streaming machine like this, which I'm streaming to you now, running on any other server. I have a lot of servers around here. So I built in the past a lot of machines. So I am always using a template. I will install the clean installation of the system. So let's say macOS Monterey 12.2, which is currently the latest one. I will do the system settings, personalized EFI, blah, 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 all the settings. Then I will pack it to a single file using the backup feature inside of this new way solution. Store it obviously on my servers. So that means I can now connect to my servers and just restore that machine back to any other system. Amazing. So that's what I will do now. So now I will simply connect my current server in my server room. Oh god, let's call it and we should be good to go. Bang, 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 bang. So now all I have to do is to simply locate my backup file on that server, which is here. Look, Monterey 12.2 template. Click on restore. So it's second click. I will third click on this. Fourth click restore. So, sorry. So 4 times I click, and my guess, within just 220 seconds, I will have my macOS Monterey perfectly ready on this system. And then I only have to click on start. Do you get it? How crazy amazing this is? Can you do this with the old way? No. No, you can. So my bet is, I don't know, 220 seconds. Do you get it? Just slightly above 2 minutes, I can install any system on any computer. Welcome to the new way. I hope now you are finally starting to understand what I'm talking about all the time for past few years and why I'm using for all my production and what I recommend to everybody. And I can hear already now, yeah, but I love my Opencore based Hackintosh. It's okay, use it. Nobody is forcing you to use the new way. But why not to take advantage of it? You must be if you would not want to do so. Come on. Okay, so I will use this time to quickly go to toilet because of my Morgo beer, okay? Okay, so I'm back. So what about how long it took? Oh God, can you see it? 201 seconds. So my estimate 220 seconds. So can you imagine that really in roughly 2.5 something minutes, I completely created working macOS Monterey machine. So look, in my hardware, I was using it for streaming. So I will now get rid of all of these devices and show it to you from scratch. I will even remove the GPU. So oh God. So this is my keyboard, mouse, which I have now currently connected. Keyboard, macOS keyboard, or not macOS, Apple keyboard. Oh, you don't see it. Apple keyboard, Windows mouse. Later we can add. Where's my Bluetooth dongle? Okay, let's add it there. Let's add it to some. Oh, I'm blind. So now it should appear some Bluetooth dongle there. Hopefully. So let's check it. PCI. No, not PCI. Sorry. USB. Yeah, Broadcom USB. By the way, I made a video about this one, so watch it. So now I added my keyboard mouse or two keyboard mouse and the Bluetooth dongle to the VM. And now I will just add my GPU, which is the 6900 XT, attach it, and darling, now it's the moment of truth. Oh, you don't see it, sorry. Now I will just, can you see the start button here? Can you see it? That's all I have to do. Now just press the start button and I will do it in front of your eyes. And it should appear over there, okay? Start it. Normally I'm always monitoring via terminal, the system informations, the logs. But look. It's running! What the hell? What the hell? What do you need more? What you need more? Morgonaut magic. Thank you. Come on, baby. No signal? Don't tell me no signal. Oh, yes! So, remember a few minutes ago, I told you that you will not believe me if I would tell you that in 4 minutes from now, I will have macOS Monterey running on this computer. Now you saw it on your own eyes. So who is the liar here? Think about it, darling. So, I can show it to you again. Let's switch to my... Where is it? Yeah. Obviously, I will not do this. Okay. Let's switch to the... Yeah. So as you can see here, macOS Monterey 60, latest one 12.2, 6900 XT, 16 gig one, supported, blah blah blah. If I will now move back my, I grab my USB keyboard, and by the way, we should have the Bluetooth. By the way, where is the Bluetooth? Turn Bluetooth on. Yeah, but I forgot the drivers. Okay, yeah, so the BT400 will not... Where is the camera? Over there. Sorry, the BT400, which the Asus BT400, which I recommend in a lot of my videos, will not work in macOS Monterey. It will work in macOS Big Sur, but in macOS directly. But in macOS Monterey, it will work too, but we just need to modify some kernel extensions. But let's not waste time with this. So now I will just show you, let's say, activity monitor, that we really have 24 threads? What the hell? This is really a computer with 24 threads. The i9-12900K has 24 threads. And we do got here 24 threads. How is that possible? And obviously RX 6900 XT. So if I will just now for running, you know I hate benchmarks, because benchmarks tells absolutely nothing, and even I didn't put my license here, but if there is a lot of people who care about benchmark. Yeah, by the way, where is it? I will show it to you. Let me switch to this camera. Last few weeks I was building this and this tests of 6 computers, 6 configurations in 20 completely different tasks, you know, video editing, blah blah blah, specific kinds of video editing. Some tests are simply some tests were as long as 52 minutes, for example. So really this took me last 3 weeks, and obviously I tested this 12900K Hackintosh 2019 Mac Pro Killer against, the camera is, which camera? Over there. Against this real 2019 Mac Pro. And obviously I tested it also against my M1 Max, which is here, M1 Pro, which is here, and darling, you will be probably shocked by the results. By the way, I will obviously explore it on my not second YouTube channel, on my first YouTube channel, because this one is my second YouTube channel. You can see the links here on the bottom of the screen. So if you be interested in how this one performs against my Mac Pro and all the other computers, so jump to visit my first YouTube channel. Link you can find right now in this video description. So just briefly, so you believe that we are running really 6900 XT and it's running natively in the new way. You saw the whole configuration, so we should get some quite nice results right now. By the way, just a reminder, I have here 2 Vega Pro 2 cards for, I don't know, $6,000, $56 or $5,800 in my Mac Pro. And each one has 101,000 points in Geekbench. What do we got here on this one? 178. Oh god. But obviously when I will run now the benchmark again, it will give me a little bit different number. But really, this single GPU is almost as powerful as my 2 Vega Pro 2 cards in my Mac Pro for $5,600. It's simply insane, mind-blowing. But that's in this benchmark, and what I will show you on my other YouTube channel, that I will show you proof that benchmark numbers say absolutely nothing about real life performance, because there is a lot more to involved in, let's say, performance in video editing in specific codec, in the other codec, than just simply raw numbers like this. But in general, you saw I made it working in just 4 minutes. Yeah, and now I want your your cooperation, because now I will show you the second, or it's a part of the first one, but the second biggest feature of this new way. I will now demonstrate to you how to recover a system in any crazy failure, or it can be, or it is in most cases, user error as always, but I don't want to blame you, simply it can happen. I am also doing mistakes, no problem. So I will now create on my desktop folder, and I now want you into comments, let me know how I should call this folder, so nobody can blame me that it was, I don't know, pre-recorded, or I don't know. Simply now tell me how I should call this folder, and I will just move now to the other computer to read the messages. So let me know now in the comments how I should name this folder, because I will destroy the system and I will easily recover it. Come on. Nobody. Darling, let me know how I should call this folder. See what you type, it should be screen on full screen. Whatever, call the folder, show the terminal. Okay, so I will call it show the terminal. Where's my beer? Let's go back. Let's switch to second camera. I thought this one. It was underscores show the terminal. So I will now pretend. Where is the second camera? Or this one. I will now pretend that inside of this folder we have, I don't know, some amazing, super important information we really don't want to lose. Okay, so simply now in the middle of my desktop, I have a folder called show terminal. Now I will shut down the machine. I mean the virtual machine, the system. So I'm shutting it down and I will show you the best feature of this new way. Okay, let me bring the screen. Yes. So here on my Macos Monterey machine, I will just click on backup. So it was second click. I will click on backup now. It's third click. I also recommend to change these two settings, but it's not necessary. And fourth click is backup now. So now I'm creating complete backup of my whole Macos Monterey machine with all the settings, all the disks connected. If I would have some, all the CPU, GPU resources, simply everything, and I am packing it into a single file. And obviously, I can also send this file to my, I don't know, FTP or to you, to any location, simply anywhere. And you can just click easily on restore, which you will see later in a minute. And you will have immediately working the same machine running on your computer. I don't say I will do it, but simply it is possible. So you can create your own machines, you can share it with your friends. So for example, I don't know, your friend in Ohio will ask you, hey, please, can you install for me, I don't know, Photoshop and this version of Final Cut and blah, blah, blah. Can you do it for me? Okay, so you will do it yourself on your computer, then you will send him this file and he will just click on restore and he will have immediately, this Macos Monterey machine with this version of Photoshop, blah, blah, blah. That's how easy it is. And my favorite question, can you do this with your old school Hackintosh built based on Clover or Opencore? Sorry, of course not. Congratulations, old school guys. Okay, so backup will be finished in a minute. So again, I can jump again into the comments, so we don't waste time. So, show the terminal. Show us how to create a Macos VM from scratch, not restoring a VM from a backup. Darling, if I would show you this, my YouTube channel would be banned again as it was few times in the past. There is a lot of people who really cannot withstand my success, despite I don't care about my success on YouTube at all, and simply hates everything I do. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was getting again complaints that I violated someone's personal feelings or what on YouTube. I'm getting these attacks every day. So if you remember, 3 years ago, on the beginning of my YouTube help, I was really giving to people EFI folders, everything for downloads and for free. And what I did get in return? Extreme hate from people in the Hackintosh community. And it's quite understandable. Look. Those people were here on the market for 10 and more years. And now some new kid on the block, some stupid Morgonaut, came into the place and hit the ground and completely, beat the top of the YouTube and Google algorithm within just 6 months. Sorry. I'm just doing good job. That's all. If you are jealous, do it better than me. You don't need to fight against me some bad guns. So instead of going to, reporting my videos that I violated your personal feelings, simply do your own videos and do it better. That's all. So in the past, I had a lot of videos how to, let's say, do the installation directly from Windows. And guess what? Complaint directly from Apple. Fine, they took down my videos with, I don't know, 300,000 of views, which at that moment was freaking amazing number. So I created another one. Again, strike down. My whole YouTube channel was suspended for some while. Daily, I am getting, those stupid, I don't know, report buttons that some idiots trying to claim that, I am hurting your feelings again. Darling, no, I will not ruin my channel just because you want that. Period. Okay? Now you probably understand why I need to be, careful what I show and what I will not show. As I told you, all the informations you need are publicly available on internet. Just, waste a little bit of time and search. I just pointed to you the whole things together into a one working solution. Do you get it? I need to be careful because there is a lot of haters and morons waiting for a single mistake which I will make because they want to take me down every day. Just because I help to people. I don't get it. Okay? So, what nice comments we have. I hope now that there will be some crazy angry comments. Don't worry about the hate, we just love your content. Okay, Edipo Maciel, thank you very much. Where to download the install? What the hell, which installer? I showed it to you on the beginning. Where are you from? Sorry, again. After very bad experience with people, I never share any personal details anymore. You saw during my initial installation that it showed Czechia in the installer. Yes, because I am using freaking the same VPN and I don't want anybody to track me down. What would you say? This happened to me 6 months after I became the top creator about Hackintosh on YouTube and Google. I will kill you, fucking bitch. You will end up in hospital tomorrow, believe me. So these strikes I was getting really extremely often. Sorry. Just because I help to people and for free? Are you kidding? Darling, clean up your brains. So sorry. I will never share any personal details anymore. I always say I'm from Antarctica and it's freaking cold here. Take it or leave it. Okay? So, don't worry about the hate. Yeah, it's the same comment. Ignore the troll, Morgo. Yes. Sorry, out of topic. Is there possibility to run macOS on iPad with Type-C port? Darling, I was not searching any information or diving deep into this personally myself. I think it's not officially possible right now, but I would not be surprised if deep inside of macOS of Apple basement, they would have it running exactly that way. So, it's the same architecture, same operating system. All applications are interchangeable, running natively. So I see no reason why that should not work. It should not work only because Apple will say, we don't want this to work this way. That's what I personally believe. Judging from the comments, trying to help people is not worth the effort. A repetitive, pointless question instead of talking the info and starting the journey. Brian, yes, it's really not worth the headaches and all the anger from people trying to help to people. But thanks God, I was blessed because on my Patreon, on my website, and even personally, I have the chance, I was honored to meet quite a lot very nice, kind, grateful people, which a lot of them, I would say, even became my friends. So we started on the business level, and then I can really say there is a not amazing lot of them, but one friend is better than no friend. So 10s are better than 9. But yeah, thanks God, I have a lot of nice clients. Yeah, I'm blessed. Thanks God for that. We cannot see your MacBook screen, it is too small. Now it's completely off. I will show it to you in a second. It's still based on Opencore bootloader inside? No. I am using, in this example, Opencore bootloader to start the VM. But it's not based on Opencore. Old school computer is based on Opencore. If you would not have the Opencore, you can just throw your computer to a trash or run freaking Windows. But if I would simply not run Opencore on this VM, I could use, different one. No problem. I'm not sticking to Opencore. I use it because it's easy. Big misconception. I am not against Opencore. I never said it's a piece of crap. I never said I don't recommend it. I think Opencore is a nice piece of software. By the way, maybe you can see it over there. Two Power Mac 5,1s. And in the past, without Opencore, we would not be able to run modern operating systems. But they did not count that Morgonaut will come with the new way. And yes, I have running on my Mac Pro 5,1, really old prehistoric piece, latest Macos Monterey, not based on Opencore, but based on the new way. And it's running freaking amazing. And by the way, I will be rebuilding my 2019 Mac Pro to the new way too. Because that's how to bring the life to this monster. That's where it can really shine. Can you please show how to install Windows 10, Windows 11 on this from scratch Rostem N? Darling, yes, sure, I can show it to you because it's not against any Apple policy and so on. So I will show it to you later, in a second, in a minute, okay? But in general, think about it. You will need to build a computer like this only once. Let's say only today. And then, does not matter how many computers you will buy in future. For example, look, now it's running on Intel 12900K. But if I will win a lottery tomorrow, when I will buy a monster AMD EPIC system, would it be complicated to simply transfer it to my new EPIC AMD system? No, I will just move those GPUs, move those disks, or in this case only a single disk, and I will just need about 5-10 minutes to reconfigure few small configuration files, and it's gonna run. I have even here, maybe you can see it over there. There is a 3700X computer with RX 580. Which I was thinking if we have some time later, I would just switch it and show it to you. So yes, yeah, and I wanted to tell you that anybody simply who will decide to build it this new way needs to install their operating systems of choice only once. So now I simply took advantage of my already prepared systems on my servers because I already have a lot of backups from any other systems. So I just reused it for this one. So if you will install today the new way, install your Windows, for example, I always recommend to create a template. That's what I call. Simply do all updates of the Windows, do the DDU, for example. Change your system settings, folders, and so on, personalize it, and then make a backup of it. And then I personally call it a template, because from this template, now you can deploy as many Windows 11 machines as you want on any of your computers. So, use case. Now you have clean, updated Windows 11 installation, and it's not about Windows 11, it's about any Mac OS or any Linux machine. It's just an example on the Windows 11. So now you will start installing applications which you really believe are the base of your workflow, the applications which are quality ones, the applications which you really know that will not put any malicious viruses to your computer. Okay, so now let's install, DaVinci Resolve, okay, Final Cut on Windows now, so some other applications, simply your base of the workflow, and make a backup of it. And name your backup. So this is after installing, the DaVinci Resolve, I don't know, Photoshop, blah, blah, blah. Backup. And now to install further software. Create a backup. Install another software. Create a backup. So we are creating points in time to which to easily revert back in time. Okay, so let's say if you will now install the Adobe crap I was talking about, I don't know, 1.5 hours ago, then you can easily get rid of it just by reverting back from the backup before you install that Adobe crap. Do you get it? So you can simply take some, rescue points. Don't mix it with the, I don't know how it's called, the restoration point in Windows. No, darling, that's crap. We are talking about the bare metal system. I will show it to you now give me a second. I will show it to you now on the example of the macOS Monterey. So by the way, now you can see my backup file was created in 2 minutes and 41 seconds. So I packed my whole macOS Monterey system to my server in just 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Can you do this with your old school Hackintosh? Sure you can't. So look, now I will just boot back to the system. So I click the start, you saw it. And the whole point is that now I will delete that folder on my desktop. So I will simulate that I'm losing my data. Quite common use case is that Hackintosh users will simply break their bootloader. They will simply mess up with the EFI configuration and it will not boot anymore. Okay, that's simply daily scenario of a lot of Hackintosh users. So instead of, I can even wipe out my EFI so you can see it, that's no problem. But simply I am simulating it on the folder on the desktop. So look, I am now deleting, oh, you don't see it. Sorry, so I will just revert it back. So I will show you the screen, where is it? This one. So I will now just grab my folder, empty, trash. Do you see that? Okay, let's move it to the left. So empty trash. So now there is no folder or EFI on my desktop. So now I will just shut down. So shutting down, let's move it back to the right. So now I will just restore that machine. Where is the camera? Over there. So restore that machine. So one click and second click restore. Okay, third click. So in 3 clicks, and my guess is again about 2 minutes of my time, I completely recovered my macOS Monterey broken installation. If you want, I can even now delete the whole macOS machine and just restore it from this backup file, and it will work. If you want, let me know in comments. I will show it to you in a second. So let it run, and I will just quickly move further to another comments. If this new way is so perfect, why should you backup and restore? Oh my god, you never made a mistake yourself? You can delete the data. You can mess up your EFI. You are the weakest part of the workflow. Now you have the tool to make yourself better. Oh, mid-mile, thank you for all you do, Teresa. You rock. Thank you. Have you ever experienced meet the client that have non-requirement specs for macOS? I don't know if you ask now that, let me switch to the second camera. I'm not sure if you are asking if I ever had a client which didn't want me to install macOS? Yes, it's the majority of them. 99.999% of them want me to install enterprise systems for to use with Windows and Linux systems. Hackintosh is just a side project, like 0 point nothing of my work, what I do. But that's why I came to it, because when it can run any operating system in the virtual environment, the enterprise environment, then obviously it can run also macOS. So that's why I tried it for myself here, not here in the second office, and it was working flawlessly. So yes, majority of my clients are not macOS ones. Now you have a lot of computers and laptops there, but how to do if we have one only laptop and no other device to connect to? How to configure the Proxmox from the same machine? That's what I showed you already 1 hour ago. You can type it directly on the screen. But I didn't use the option because, just typing there will not give me option to copy and paste, because I have all my configuration files prepared. So to speed up the whole workflow, you saw I'm just copying and pasting all my commands. So you can do it just directly on the screen. Just type login, root login, enter, and just type your commands I showed you today manually to your computer. That's how easy it is. Is there a decrease in performance when you have the setup like this? My dream is to make the same setup with WinLin Mac. Okay, so let me show you something. Oh god, yeah, where it is. I will now show it to my preparations of my next video. And how should I do it? Okay, sorry, I will now switch my camera to my iPhone, so you can see it yourself. Where is my iPhone? Here. And now I will show you this. Let me. So look. No. Okay. So look, I was here doing some tests on my 3700X. Behind me, 16-core virtual machine. Okay? So this virtual machine had scored in Windows 11, for example. Again, I don't know. It was Cinebench probably. I don't know. But simply virtual machine. 3700X CPU AMD Ryzen scored 11,712 points. And now you can see it behind my little pinky here. I have scored for the native installation. That means without any virtualization. Have a look. 11,300. That's what I was talking about, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. That really the Windows will have performed better during when it's running as a virtual machine than as a native. And now guess what's the third result behind it, below it? It's a virtual machine of Macos Monterey. Macos 12.01. 12,037 points. So native Windows. Okay. So I'm sorry. I have some stupid feedback here. Oh god. Thanks for the info. Sorry, I just forgot my button. So again, virtual Windows 11,700. Native Windows 11,300. Virtual macOS 12,000 something. So these are numbers. These are the numbers of this 12.9. No. Sorry, these are numbers of the where is it? Of the Ryzen here on my bottom. Not on my bottom, on my floor. Oh god. So when you are asking, you are afraid about if your installation, if you will turn it the new way, will have some CPU overhead or whatever, it will simply not work as well. Ali, now you saw my numbers. Again, you don't have to believe it, but I will expose it in my next videos. Do your own testing. You know, I always say, don't believe to anybody. Don't believe to anybody what people claims in stupid Hackintosh forums, what any YouTubers will say in any stupid YouTube videos. Do your own testing. And you will see that your own testings will simply prove I said truth. That's how easy it is. Okay, so that was the question if there is a decrease of performance. In this case, there is an increase of performance. So, oh god, the chat is jumping too fast. How did you get the system to show through your GPU? And I showed you the whole process. I configured the GPU during the terminal configuration. Then I just assign it in my Proxmox and good to go. Here the audio, yeah, now it's not because I forgot to kill the audio from my iPhone. That was my fault. Morgoborg resistance is futile. Yes, you are absolutely right, Chris Callias. How is possible? Thanks. There is no echo now. Yes, now it's no echo. I did not understand coding part while you were fixing the errors. So rewatch it, okay? How you can use all the CPUs for one VM. I will just assign all CPUs to this VM. That's how easy it is. Can we use the new way on a laptop computer? Again, a million times same question. Yes. How can I get your support? Darling. What about to read any video description? Or what I have here, or where is it? Here on the row, or on top my website. Really? If you need to ask, so please don't come, okay? Apologize. How do you set up your GPU? I showed that, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. But all this only works well in a monster muscle. That's not true. You can use it on even super crappy 2-core Celeron, as I told you. Obviously, that computer will not perform like a 24-thread machine like this one, but it will work. Sorry, but I don't get it. Sorry, that's not my problem. How is it possible to increase performance? What do you mean by increase performance? You have 24 threads and you want 48? That's not possible. The biggest increase of performance of any computer is optimizing your workflow. Period. I am getting screams really like this every day. Hey, as I told you, I don't know, 1 hour ago, I bought the fastest everything on Amazon, and now when I hit render, it's slow. I will inspect the workflow, inspect the hardware, and it's clear it's slow. Darling, even from the fastest computer on the planet, you can get bad performance. The biggest problem is you and your broken workflow. Optimize your workflow and you can get even 20 times more performance on the same hardware than before. Nice example I gave you with the Adobe applications, for example. But it's not just about the software. It's about optimizing the data flow, your disks, your file systems. It's simply, yeah. It's simply more complicated than to simply buy any hardware, connect all those cables and press the start button. That's why people pay to, for example, my support to build their, Linux workstations to have the best performance, because I know how to optimize it for the exact workflow. That's how you can increase the most performance of your build. But if you are asking probably about overclocking, no. This computer is downclocked. It's completely downclocked, undervolted, because I never overclock my computers. I want reliable computers which will be stable under any circumstances. It will not eat millions of power. It will not generate so much heat. So instead of overclocking, I am going the other way. I am downclocking and undervolting, because the performance from this monster 12900K CPU is amazing right out of the box. It's just extremely hot CPU. So I'm just chilling it down a little bit. Before the stream started, I saw some comments that somebody was watching my results on Geekbench website, because I have their account, so you can search my all results I ever made. So that I improved since last time 1% performance of this 12900K 2019 Mac Pro Killer. Yes, I did, but I did not do it the way of overclocking. I just optimized the system. Okay. Triple OS, triple monitor. No problem. If you want to have triple OS, but darling, big misconception here. In the new way, you can run as many operating systems as you want at the same time. If you are talking about 3 displays, if you want to have full GPU acceleration and to see each operating system like on, I don't know, on this display, then on this display and this one, then obviously you would need 3 dedicated GPUs. But you don't need GPUs for operating systems for which you don't need extreme 3D acceleration. You can use virtual GPU even for the macOS, Linux, and Windows guests. It's quite usable. Obviously, if you will start some game, it will not run well. But for general office tasks, it will work perfectly fine. And you can connect to that system just using the web browser. You can see here over there on my MacBook. I was showing to you. Just connect the virtual GPU inside of the configuration. Or I can show it to you. Where is my switcher? Yeah. By the way, the backup file was created in 213 seconds, as you can see here. Whole backup. So, look in the hardware configuration. I'm just using now the physical GPU, but you can use the virtual GPU, for example. So now if I would remove this physical GPU, it would be showed inside of this console window, like this. That's how easy it is, but because I have the physical GPU, come on, I will now disable it. Yeah, okay, and let's go back to the biggest feature of this solution. So look, you saw that the restore was finished in 213 seconds. So now, when I will start the machine, you will see that the secret folder which somebody told me to call, I don't remember how it was called, will be again on the desktop. So I simulated that I lost my data, accidentally deleted some folders. It can be the same as you would accidentally, break something in your EFI configuration. In a goodwill you want to, for example, fix some USB ports or whatever. Come on. And we should see in the middle of the desktop the folder which I deleted. Hey, can you see? It's there. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I personally call the best feature of the new way, because you can never lose your installation. So imagine, now it's macOS Monterey 12.2, okay? Perfect, but tomorrow there will come, for example, macOS Monterey 12.3. What most Hackintosh users will do? Okay, let's go and click on the upgrade. And a lot of them will end up with completely broken systems because they didn't update their kernel extensions or the configuration or the bootloader and so on, and they will just see only black screen full of some errors. I don't care about it. Simply before the upgrade, I will click on the backup. In just 2 minutes, I will create backup of my macOS. And then I don't care what's going to happen after this point. So even I can click on the macOS update, and if it's going to break, okay, no problem. I will just click on the restore, and in 2 minutes, I am back in business. Now you saw it on your own eyes. And by the way, don't think that all macOS updates are okay. The truth is, if you will now open Google, let's say, and Google for, MacBook freeze or broken after update. Real Macs do have really insane problems sometimes with specific Apple updates. You will see probably hundreds of millions results for this Google search. So why do you expect on your Hackintosh it's going to work better than on real Mac? No, it's not going to work better than on real Mac. So that's another reason why to use the solution like this. Because, look, I will do it. Where is it? I will show it to you. I will now shut down the machine, so you can believe me. shut down the machine, and I will completely destroy this machine. I will delete it, and I will recover it from the last backup in just 2 minutes. So look, macOS Monterey, more, is it on the screen? Yes, remove 100, completely wipe it out. And now it's gonna be dead. So look, now here there is no macOS Monterey machine. But if I will now go down, where is it? What was the number? It was 100. Yeah, it was 100. So it's this one. It should be, yeah. So restore, done. And in 2 minutes, I'm freaking back in business. That's what I'm talking about. That's the freedom. You don't need to shake from fear. Oh God, I have one USB port not working on my computer. I need to do the USB mapping. Yeah, but I don't know how. Yeah, let's watch some tutorials. Yeah, but I need to do the Opencore, I don't know, snapshot. And now it's not booting anymore. Oh God, what am I to do? Now you know what you should do. Easy like that. So let's wait until it's restored. You know it's gonna take 213 seconds roughly. So it's gonna be fast enough. Yeah, I'm running out of battery. So let's grab a new one. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Come on, baby. Let's restore it. So, darling, now we are talking about fixing your broken macOS after some failure or user error, does not matter. But much more important, it's for Windows users, because Windows are known to let's say, Windows users report that they cannot start their computers after Windows update KB2567 broke their computers. Darling, it's on quite often, I don't want to say daily basis, but it's quite often. Real Windows users have huge problems with this. Okay, but I don't care about it because I use virtualized systems. As you saw, even with better performance than native installations. And I have the freedom to easily recover it anytime to any point of the installation I want. It's just your responsibility to do the backup at the time you want. But still, you can take advantage of the automatic backup system which is here inside of the Proxmox built-in. You can simply easily set up in the settings here that you want, let's say, this virtual machine, this one, and this one to be automatically backed up daily at 3 a.m. Done. What do you need more? Come on. So let's finish the restore. Oh God, don't tell me it's not working, my vape machine. "182 seconds. I'm quite lazy. Oh my God, this one is not working. Yeah. And now it's flying. Oh my God. Okay, finished. Not yet. Always wait for the task OK message. Oh yeah, this one is working. Okay, so this one took even 4 seconds, was faster, 209 seconds. So if I will now start the machine, which I deleted, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, it should work as expected here on my screen, and you will see the secret folder which I deleted, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. Come on, baby. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's here. So as you can see here, folder is back on the desktop. So let's move back. So I hope now you finally understand what I'm talking about. Why the new way is so huge, amazing solution over the old way. You know, use what you want. It's your computer. You bought it. You want old way? Okay, go ahead. I told you I will give you all the files needed to run in the old way, as I showed on the beginning of the meeting of the stream, that I have it running the old way using Clover or Opencore, using Opencore. Yeah, I will give you all the files needed. But why would you do that when you can run it the new way with all these amazing advantages? I don't get it. So, last portion of the comments. The margin of error about the test. Sorry, I don't get your question. I got why people are typing Russian comments. You know, do you think everybody speaks Russian? Sorry, not me. SMX52 is asking, is it possible to import existing old way Hackintosh? Darling, it's even easier than you may think. Now, in the installation I showed you today, I was using simply just a virtual disk image onto the single SSD over there. But if you have some current, which we do have here, some currently working old way installation, then we don't need any virtual disk anymore because you have physical disk. So we can just easily attach it to the VM configuration. It's just a one terminal command, I don't know, 15 seconds of the time, and you are back in business. It's going to directly boot from the new one. From your old physical disk. But then you still cannot take full advantage of the new way, because we are in the new way working with the virtual disk images, easy clicks on restores, so that would not make so much sense. But what I do quite often, simply people have some OS installation, we will move it this way to the virtual environment. So you have attached physical disk to your VM configuration. Then in the VM configuration, you can create a virtual disk, which is going to be empty. And then you can just simply reclone it to the virtual disk. And when it's recloned, you can simply disconnect the physical disk and you are completely in virtual environment with all the full advantages. And this takes extremely short time. It can be done with any operating system. Okay, so I did not understand the coding part again. Oh my god. Triple OS. Why are the same questions, Danny? Why are we spending the same? How can we steal this at home? Darling, I showed you how to do it at your home. You can recommend import existing Hackintosh disk or better create one. SMX52, again, good question. Darling, from my experience, it's much better to always do a clean installation. That's not because attaching the old physical disk with the old way Hackintosh would not work. It would work without any problem. But the problem is that in most cases, people have absolute mess inside of their systems. Tons of bloated applications, crippled settings, they probably installed their system 4 or 5 years ago and then just upgraded millions of times. So if you, again, stop thinking the old way if you want to take full advantage the new way. So in the new way, if you will now start with the clean installation, you can create those restore points, as I was talking about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. Restore point after installing this or before installing this. Then install this, then create another restore point before installing this. That's not possible if you will use the old way, even inside of the virtual environment. Do you get it? Are you always accessing your desktop via web browser? No, darling. Let me show you something. I'm not sure if this camera will pick it up. Yeah, this will be probably a little better. So look what I'm doing all the time. I'm just using this software to access any computer. So as you can see here now on my desktop, I can move or navigate that desktop. Can you see? So this is the way I do it. So let's go back. Are you using Barrier? No, I'm not. Thanks for the information and the live. You're welcome, German Rowe. Matteo, I don't know, I'm so excited. So darling, we are running, oh my god, 2 hours and 14 minutes. So I think it's too late even for the die-hard fans. So prepare your last round of questions. I will look at it. Will you be helping people again? I need help with my 3970X. Darling, 3970X build is that one over there. It's running perfect with the new way. No problem to help you. Anyone is currently using 6700 XT on Hackintosh? I don't think so. Dear Teresa, thanks for sharing with us this new way. Eric Salamanca. Thank you very much, Eric, for your kind comment. Well, Apple TV and Netflix 4K work. Darling, with good configuration, there is no reason why something would not work. Remember, I don't know, 1.5 years ago, when all Hackintosh forums was full of screams like, no, you cannot run Adobe applications on AMD CPUs, it's causing problems. No, you cannot run Hackintosh on AMD 3970X Threadripper. So why the hell I was showing it in my videos that it's running on AMD 3970X Threadripper, the latest Mac OS, and I even made a video about how amazing in terms of Adobe applications, that Adobe applications can run perfectly fine on my Threadripper system. That was only because only the new way. Simply please don't listen to claims and lies and shouts of people in Hackintosh forums. I don't say the Hackintosh forums are full of angry morons. No, not all of them are such, but majority of the people there are so. That's also why they hate me, because I help to people open their mind and bring in amazing solutions they cannot do. That's how easy it is. So they are jealous, they hate me. Period. That's why they banned me out of all Hackintosh forums, just because I'm helping to people. So simply create your own opinion, create your own experience, do your own tests, and stop limit yourself. Remember my words. If you want to take full advantage of the new way, stop thinking the old way. That means the old Hackintosh forums way, for example. Okay? Can it be possible on Intel NUCs, but no HDMI output? And what output your NUC has? It must have some output. At least one. Okay, well, oh god, it's running too fast now because somebody is spamming it like crazy. Why? Hi, Teresa. Can I run macOS on GTX 1650? Yes, but without GPU acceleration. So no, forget about it. I was talking about it on the beginning of this session. If you keep adding GPUs for more VMs, do you have to worry about PCI Express lanes and performance across VMs? I mean, this is not a question about the new way. You should care about your PCI Express lanes even on a native installation of single operating system. I see it daily. People will buy some, I don't know, gaming computer, B550 chipset or what, and then they will buy, I don't know, 3-4 NVMe disks, and they start to crying on my shoulder, hey, the GPU is not working well. Of course not, because you are running out of PCI Express lanes. So obviously, ideal solution would be to have some crazy platform with millions of PCI Express lanes. For example, like my 2019 Mac Pro, which I will show on my first YouTube channel, on my Mac YouTube channel, how to do it. That's amazing platform for it. And it does not mean it cannot run on lower end platforms. It will, but you need to think about the limitations of your platform. This is not a limitation of the enterprise virtualization solution. It's a limitation of your personal hardware of choice. Simply, it will run, but not amazing if you will connect million devices. So for next time, simply grab more suitable platform and it will run better. If I understand correctly, there is no real usable host system, right? What are you talking about? What I showed you now is not usable? Oh god. I don't get it. Honey, we will see something of the triple boot macOS Linux and Windows. Darling, we are already now running 5 hours 20 minutes. No problem for me to create another live stream where I will, let's say, use different hardware to show you really triple OS systems at the same time. You know, the principle is the same. So I will show you the same kind of configuration, but just on 3 systems. So if you want me to do another live stream with the triple systems at once, leave me comments under this video and we will do it. So, do you still provide remote? Darling, I care about my enterprise clients every day. Every day I'm doing a remote support. She told us only Intel CPUs work. No, that's not true. I never said anything like this. I said that I made it working on a lot of AMD systems and a lot of Intel systems. So that's a lie. So Manes Sahane, don't say lies about me on my own stream, okay? Oh god, can you use this build to lock remotely and let's say edit videos on this machine from your remote? Darling, that's what I showed you, I don't know, 15 seconds ago. Look, you don't see it. Okay, so I will just move it. Look. Yeah. Is it better? Is it better? Okay. So look, on my main computer, now I am logged into that one. So you can see that really I am now moving. Is it moving? No, it's not moving. Yeah. So as you can see here, I am now moving the folder. So I can now, I don't know, do whatever I want. So I will now start Geekbench instead of video editing. So you can see that I'm simply navigating this computer from that computer from this computer. That's no freaking problem for me. So you can use any iPad or any iPhone to connect to any virtual machine like this and access its power. So, you know, the whole principle is it switched? Yeah. Can you imagine you would have in your basement some super workstation based on this solution, let's say with 4 RTX 6000 GPUs, because it's loud, it's gonna be in your basement, completely separated. And then you would grab your iPad, oh, that's not good scenario, but let's say you would grab, I don't know, MacBook over there and connect to it over network. That's what I'm doing all the time. So you can have, I don't know, the cheapest, crappiest MacBook Air, but you will connect directly to your Windows 11 or Linux machine for 3D rendering with 4 RTX 6000 GPUs. And you can work from your MacBook. This solution, look, you can see it now. It's here. Now I showed it to you. The same principle. I'm just connected to macOS Monterey machine. So the same principle, I can connect to any other machine, to any other computer. Do you get this point, how amazing the solution is? Oh God, I even don't drink. It is lagging on. I don't know what's lagging on. Darling, Nikolai Karapuchik also, what was that? Stop spamming. Stop spamming. Please, let's ban this guy. Thank you. I won't install Hackintosh in Dell T3500. Yeah, it's quite old computer, but I see no reason why it should not work. Is there a Ryzen way, the new way? Oh my God, what I told you all today. Threadripper system. This can override Redshift 2 GPUs limit. Darling, I don't know about any Redshift 2 GPUs limit. I know, I am personally using Redshift with my 2 AMD GPUs inside of my Mac Pro. I'm not using it now, but I was using it a few months ago when I was doing some renders. I don't know anything about 2 GPU limit. Maybe I'm wrong, but I never heard about it. Nikolai something. How did you run 3 systems with 2 video cards? Darling, you can run 50 systems with no video card. You can run one system with one video card with full GPU acceleration. Do you get it? I was talking about it 10 minutes ago. Explain that to you. So you can have single GPU, but you can still connect to, I don't know, 50 systems, other systems at once in the same computer. You will just not be able to see it on the screen connected to the GPU. So you can just open here one window with one system, move it to the display on the top left. Open another window with another system, move it to display to the right. Do you get the idea? Hope so. Can we pass through Intel GPU? Yeah, I answered that already today. I want to install. How do you stream your VM over LAN? I'm just connected to it over LAN. Oh God, please stop. Hitterik utekar, stop spamming. So really, last questions. We are running almost 2.5 hours. Let's keep it clean. Thanks for the info and looking for multiple boot systems. You're Vries. Thank you very much for nice comment. You told us almost any hardware. What's about Ryzen? How many times should I say that it will run perfectly fine? Oh God. Gamer Love HU. So what is it? It's running too fast. Oh God. It's running too fast. Sorry. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you too. Adobe and Ryzen. 5 minutes ago, I was talking about it. 2 years ago, I made a video about it. I mean, people, why are you so lazy? I did not produce only single video. During last few years, I produced really tons of videos. So if you want informations, watch it. That's all you need. Just move your... Great. Is there a lot of work when restoring on different hardware? No, darling, it's the same principle. I will just move the disk to different hardware, click on restore. It's 5 minutes of time. What HDDs are better than Seagate Barracuda? Julio Cesar. Julio Cesar, very nice question. Answer is any other hard drive is better than Seagate Barracuda. Oh my God. Oh, darling, it's really running too fast. Do you do remote installations? Yes, I do remote installations for my enterprise clients every day instead of weekends or days when I'm streaming for you. Oh God, it's too fast. Yeah, but the questions are almost all the time the same. Yeah. Thank you for the information. Ali, my memberships on my website, morgonaut.cloud, which should be here, bingo. Is it running? Yes! I love it. That's my main website. Maybe you already noticed I have 2 YouTube channels. One YouTube channel, this one, youtube.com/Morgonaut, which is dedicated to only Hackintosh stuff. Then I have the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Morgonaut Media, which is dedicated to everything else but not Hackintosh. And there is a good reason for it. So if you want to know or see or be in touch of my whole production, all my last videos, then you should watch my morgonaut.cloud website, where I obviously push information from both my YouTube channels at once. So on my morgonaut.cloud, I have some memberships, which you can see, and as somebody pointed in the description, are sold out. Yes, they are sold out because, darling, I'm still just a human. I still did not find a way how to clone myself as easy as if I would be in the new way. I would clone myself 50 times in a second, but I'm not in the new way personally. So I cannot help to thousands of people daily. That's simply physically impossible. So that's why I had to sort out my memberships, because too many people were asking for my help. That's on my website. But on the same website, above the memberships, you can see that if you can see sold out memberships, maybe there are some open memberships on my Patreon and link to the Patreon. So if you would click on the Patreon, you would see maybe I have some memberships on my Patreon still open. But please, before you will, I am ready to help to anybody who will be kind to me and act with respect. If you are a moron or hater, please save yourself and myself the time and never join my membership, because that would be a short process. So if you are kind, smart, grateful, simply, if you love funk, music or beer, then feel free to join my membership, no problem. But before you will join my membership, please carefully read all my memberships description, because it's really, I spend a lot of time tweaking the descriptions. So if you feel that exactly what the membership says, the description is the right for you, then feel free to join and I will be glad to help you. If it's not for you, don't join, don't hate, or do, but don't take me into the game, okay? Fine, so final sort of questions. Yes, Ryzen is supported. How many times are you going to ask? Wiking Cat, thank you for moderating my chat. Do you want any employees to handle additional people? No, darling. At first place, I am not any Hackintosh company. I was never selling any Hackintoshes. I'm just helping to people like you for free using my free videos. That's all. And really, just to help to people for free, produce some videos which cost me so much money, you know, on the equipment, on the time I need to spend with the investigation, configuration, testing, the money which I had to spend on the hardware. Darling, I really don't want to grow this Hackintosh help because it would completely ruin myself. You know, look, my videos at this moment was watched, I don't know, 3.5 million of times. At this moment, maybe more. So, in my videos in the past, I showed to people how to build a Hackintosh, which can beat, I don't know, 3-4 times more expensive real Mac. So, those people could save on each of these builds, I don't know, $1,000 to $20,000. So let's say if only 1 million of the people out of the 3.5 millions I helped to during last few years using my free videos would buy a computer and build it using my tutorials, they would save each one 1 to 20 grand. So multiply it yourself, let's say in the middle, $10,000 multiplied by 1 million of people. And now you will get the number, how much billions of dollars I saved to people for free only during last few years. Period. That's a fact. If everybody of those 1 million of people to which I saved thousands of dollars would send me a single dollar, I would be a millionaire. But guess what? I'm not. Because most people on this planet are ungrateful, and I don't want to even say the final word. So, thanks God, as I said on the beginning, that I have really some really great, amazing clients who are grateful, care about my health, care about my feelings. That's how it should be. So, I think we are getting to the end. Wayne Sanders, you are the best. Thank you for nice comment. Darling, yes, sometimes I'm the best in this room, at least. Okay, so darling, very nice to meet you. Hope I enlightened you a little bit. Hope I showed you some new inspiration. Remember my words, if you want to take full advantage of the new way, you should at first place stop thinking the old way, so don't limit yourself. And I'm sure we will see each other on some other videos about this amazing new way. Maybe I will do the live stream if you will know, if you will leave me comment down below what exactly you want to show me the next time, because this was just the first stream about this new way, so I obviously cannot show everything. I showed, what I thought is important now, and it still took 2 hours 33 minutes at this moment, so it's quite overkill. So, once again, thanks for all your nice comments, thanks for your time, If you would have any questions, feel free to comment below this video or under any of my videos. Feel free to visit my website morgonaut.cloud or my Patreon. And most important, take care, because now all we need is help and love. Computers are somewhere at the end of the chain. Okay? So thank you very much. Bye bye, and see you by my next video or live stream on this YouTube channel or my first YouTube channel. Bye bye. Thank you.